All right. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. And we are back in X-Plane again. Big up to my wife and kids, of course. Capital G, capital O, capital D. Greg Hill checking in. What up with you, G? Aviation Geek in the house. We are about to do this thing. You guys can hear Greenlight trying to do a sound check, but we're not on the battery yet. So of course we got our boy Greenlight flying with us tonight, and I can't hear you, Green, so I just don't have the battery on yet. We are, like I said, in this wonderful old classic livery for Horizon Air here at Gate Charlie 3, Boise, Idaho, and we're going to Seattle, Washington with one stop in Spokane on this bad boy. And we got Greenlight flying in the Legacy, guys, so let's go ahead and get it. Let's go ahead and jump on board so we can get the battery on and sound check Green for sure. In the meantime, let's just go ahead and see where he's at really quick. Believe he's right over here, guys. There he is right there. Got him showing up as a Cessna because the I guess the CSL packages don't recognize his joint, but he's actually in an experimental Legacy, I believe. Anyway, let's jump on board, y'all. And you know what? Let's stow the music for now until we get airborne, y'all. Let's go ahead and stow the music for sure. All right, enough of that for now. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Welcome aboard Horizon Flight 318. Like I said, service on over to Seattle. It's been a minute, so I want you guys to help me with the sound check. If any sounds are out of whack, too loud, too low, let me know. Hey, you guys didn't even know I was rhyming again, but I am. I know y'all missed me. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and get some battery power up on this bad boy. And we'll go ahead and connect the GPU. And of course, the GPU is connected. Let us go ahead and turn the batteries on. Boom, bam, boom. And also let's get our position light on, of course, guys. And let's arm our emergency lights. And let's get that no smoking situation on right now. And without further ado, I am rusty, but I haven't forgot. Let's go ahead and start our PAC-X flight. And let's start getting them going on here right now. For whatever reason, when I go into PAC-X, it always wants to make this like an older aircraft than what it is. It doesn't recognize the IKO. Gonna do about 62 passengers today. Flight level 240. Bacazzato in the house. What is good with your man? I know it's been a minute, but your boy is still here.
Mic check.
All right, we doing. Let's come down here and get the mic on here. Poor Green is doing a mic check, and let's make sure we work. Very good, so that we don't got no problems, man. And last calling aircraft, Horizon 318. I got you 5x5. How do you have me?
Oh, here we go. Good. Look 5x5, bro.
Okay, roger that. We're just getting the aircraft on. We're going to get it initialized, get the FMC loaded up, and we will be out of here, my G. Thanks for flying along, big dog.
You know, it's always a pleasure, man. Don't even worry about taking your time. I'm doing the same thing.
Okay, roger that, roger that. All right, guys, then you let me know how you're hearing his how him coming over the speaker there. In the meantime, let us get the aircraft all ready to go. First and foremost, you see all of our screens are off, so we have to come down here and, of course, get that bad boy on. Get that one on. Let's shuffle over to this side. Get those screens on. In order to get this middle screen on, you got to come right down here to the center console. And I'm just rotating it, but we'll look up. Bada bing, bada boom. Down here as well is our easy comms channel manipulation here for COM 1. It doesn't do it for COM 2, but COM 1 it does. So let's also turn on our FMCs. With one click, they got to initialize. There, that. Let's just make sure that comes on board. All right, nice. Now, let's go over here and load this joint up. Good to see everybody. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. I was debating on whether to do this stream, but I said, man, I got to get X-Plane in. I'm jonesing. Alright, so we are going to do approximately 62 passengers. Cargo, we usually run it at 3,400 pounds.
Once all your items are put away, please
and let's check the fuel here according to the sim brief.
If you are seated in an emergency exit row, please read the exit seating responsibilities.
Alright, fuel usage is 7260.
Make sure you are willing and able to perform the actions required. If you are not able or prefer not to perform these actions, please let a flight attendant know.
7260, 62 packs, 3,400 pounds of fuel. We are just here in tolerance, so we will take that, confirm the load, and of course we're going to start loading at this point. So while that's happening, let us continue to initialize the FMC here, folks. One thing that we're going to want to do, though, let's for sure check the weather. That's one thing I do love about using VATSIM, is that you can easily check the weather situation here. So let's check it for Boise. Say again for Horizon 318.
Horizon 318. What runway are you showing on the weather?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, so right now I do have the winds, looks like they're basically out of the southeast, so I'm assuming we can just take runway, what is that, 10 left?
Because I'm getting 040 and 6.
If you have not already,
okay, let me double check that here.
Verify it is low and tight across your lap.
Okay, one thing we got to do first, guys, is we got to take our enhanced skyscapes, put it on high performance with smooth updates so we can keep our FPS up. And now let's look at the airport situation here, guys. And here's the airport. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, it'd be 10 left. Yeah, the winds I'm getting right now is 140 at 3. The sim brief is calling for departure on, let's see here. Drum roll, of course. 28 left. Yeah, I got winds at 140 at 3, and sim brief is still calling for runway 28 left. I can do either, or it looks like it's going to be a crosswind either way.
So let's go ahead and do, what is it, 10 left, since we're probably closest to that runway anyway.
Okay, roger that. We'll do 10 left with a taxi straight down Alpha Whiskey and depart that way, so I'll jump that in. I think I'm going to just throw into Boise 3 and get some altitude, and then I'll go direct to Valley. Flight plan that I have is Valley, Odyssey, then the Spokane VOR, and I'll see what the weather's doing there right now.
Yeah, I saw that the weather looks like it's 290 at 4, and everything you have so far is what I have. So I was thinking we could either, sim brief is calling for 3 left.
Okay, we could take 3 left.
Okay, cool. We'll check the weather and flight, and we'll make the adjustments accordingly.
Roger that, big dog. Yeah, see, 270 at 6 knots in Spokane. Let's see, so let's also come here and let's do our departure, Boise 3. We leave, yeah, we'll leave runway 09, or 10 left on a heading of 09 or 8. That'll work for me. And then once we get into, let's go ahead and get our Spokane joint popped up here. Hope everybody's doing good, man. I'll be hollering at you guys in a second, just trying to get this bad boy up and running so we can do something with our lives here. Alright, so okay, as it were, winds are 270 at 6 knots, so I'm thinking runway 21. Yeah, and I got the winds in Spokane right now is 270 at 6 knots, so we might even want to switch that to runway 21.
Okay, well, whatever, we'll just check it when we get there, because it sounds like it's shifted, so whatever you decide on it, since you're going to take off first, whatever your position, whatever your winds say when you get there first, we'll just go with that.
Okay, Roger. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and plan for 3. And then when we get in the air and get closer, if we need to switch, we'll make the switch.
Roger that.
Alright, guys, so we're going to plan for 3 on that bad boy. So, Let's also look at the approach so that I know what to put in since we don't have any ATC. So let's go back here and let's go to the approach. So there's ILS 2, 1, or 3. I'm assuming it'll be the same frequency. Okay. Alright, that's the procedure turn. So basically at Jegdu, we can be at 4,400 feet. So that's what we'll plan on. Alright, let's get this bad boy initialized. Okay, these are all on and ready to go. Now we can most certainly come into the flight plan situation here. Let's go ahead and do menu. We'll choose to leave on a Boise 3 departure, and we said we're doing 10 left. Let's knock that in, and we'll do the Boeing 3 or the Boise 3. Boom, flight plan, and that's just going to give us vectoring information. Course heading of 98, and then we can start putting in our other waypoints, which the next one is Victor Alpha Lima Yankee Yankee or Valley, and we'll accept that. Next waypoint is a fix Odyssey. That's Oscar Delta Yankee Sierra Yankee. From Odyssey, then we go direct to the Spokane VOR, and then from there, of course, on into Spokane. We may make an adjustment though here. Okay, now we need to get into this for the arrival, and we said boom, no star, and we're saying ILS 3, boom, and we could take that from bada bing bada boom. Now let's go look and see what this flight plan looks like. No link there. There's a procedure turn, which we might get rid of en route. Let's delete that again. See, there's the procedure turn right there. But essentially, we might not even run this procedure turn, so let's get rid of this. I just plan on being at 4,400 at Jegdu. And the only reason I'm doing this so I have proper, let's see, 4,400, enter. So we have proper VNAV on the way in. That looks good there. Let's also do our fuel now, and we say we're running 62 packs up in this bad boy, 3,400 pounds of cargo, and fuel on board is supposed to be 7260. So let's run that. Hopefully that's what the plane gives us. If not, we'll make an adjustment. Okay, let's get into the fuels here and the see. Okay, so the alternate is giving us 1942. The contingency or hold fuel is only 590, so not a whole lot. You guys know me, I like to throw an extra fuel up in here, throw that bad boy up in here, and bada bing bada boom. So now let's come over to this side, menu, let's go cross fill from FMS1. We already know you got to come in here and hit the arrival just to do it, so it loads up. Let's take a look at it. It looks good. And then of course let's go to the fuel page, do the same thing, cross fill from FMS1, and there's all the fuel information. Now we can just put this on the nav, guys, and put that on flight plan for now, and I think we're almost ready to go. Let's look how the passengers are being loaded. It looks like they're almost done, but we're done, so let's just do fast load. Now all the doors will close, and let's make sure we got a good transponder code down here. Okay, 1200. We're not flying VFR, so let's switch that out to 2200. Just letting them know we're filing, and we'll just go ahead and get the transponder on now. Bada bing, bada boom. And I think we're almost ready to go, guys. Okay, now the only thing we need to do, let's hit that, let's see, the doggone altimeter here at Boise's 2981. So let's make that change, man. $2981 and $2981, We also want to switch the nav source here. So this right now is saying on the ILS, but we need to switch to FMS. Same thing for this side. We need to switch it to FMS. I don't know, that screen looks a little dim. I don't know why that screen's looking dim like that. There we go. Brought it up a little bit. Okay, so we're good there. Let's go ahead and get the APU on. So we're going to come up top. Go ahead and hit the power. Start. Landing elevation. Let's check that out, guys. Let's see. Landing elevation. We're doing runway 3 is going to be 2385. One, two, three. Okay, that's cool right there. All right, now you can turn that on with the bleed air, and okay, there we go. External power is off, so let us come back over here and disconnect the GPU. Alright, and Horizon 318 will be pushing back now and do an engine start, and then we'll report taxiing. Alright, guys.
Roger that.
Only other thing we need to do now is let's get our altitude in there of 24,000 feet. And then I'll be checking you guys out in the chat. There that is. Let's also get our heading to, let's see, we're going to get it to 98. We'll take off on heading mode here. So we're just getting the glare shield all armed up. We'll do altitude select. Initial climb is going to be about 2,300 feet per minute on the initial climb, and then we'll nose down. Heading select. Okay, that's all set up. And we've got our FMS as the navigation source for both sides, and now we can get rid of that. Let's go back into our track IR and come right down here, and now let's get our red beacon on. Let's get those seat belts fastened, and let's call for our pushback. Let's go ahead and take our parking brake off so the tug can get to us in time. Alright, there we go.
Okay, I'll send the push card.
Alright, my man is going to send an official push cart. In the meantime, let me check you fine folks out and see what's crack-a-lacking. HD Simulation is in the house, man. Green light, of course, checking in. Thanks for flying along. Appreciate everybody hanging out. And, yeah, we got a full house. Appreciate you, HD. I see you've been doing a lot of big things on your channel, man. Keep it up, man. Big up to you. And good to see everybody. Greg, Zato, man, AvGeek, HD Simulations, man, Green. It's a good night.
Here we go.
It's a good night. All right, she's pushing back.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the front of the aircraft for a safety
All right,
demonstration.
guys.
When the seatbelt light is on, please make sure that your seatbelt is fastened low and tight across your lap.
I haven't flown this in a hot minute. Hopefully,
tighten by pulling on the
my
loose end of
reversers
the
are set up correctly, because I know this one has an issue with the reversers. So maybe we'll check it out when we get the plane started. All right, prop area to the left is clear. Prop area to the right is definitely clear. Parking brake is set. And we've got our transponder reporting. We're good to go, guys.
In case of an emergency and we need to
Let's go ahead and start that right engine first.
Lighting on the floor that will guide you towards the exit. In the event of a loss of cabin pressure, an oxygen mask will drop in front of you. Start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you, and place it firmly over your nose and mouth. Secure the elastic band behind your head and tighten the straps if necessary. And don't worry if the bag doesn't inflate. Oxygen is flowing to the mask, and you can breathe normally. If you're traveling with children, now's the time to pick your favorite one. But secure your mask.
Now it's time to pick your favorite one.
Keep your mask on until a member of the crew advises you it's safe to remove it. In the unlikely event of
Alright, looks like we got a good start there.
Let's
Let's go ahead and get that done. That comes up automatically when we do that. Let's go ahead and start the left side.
Flip it over your head. Wrap the straps around your waist and buckle at the front.
Roll on number 1.
To inflate the vest, pull firmly on the red.
That's right, Bato. Let's spool up them turbos. You know it.
If your life vest does not inflate automatically,
all right, she's pulling up.
For manual inflation. Each vest is equipped with a whistle and light. If necessary, your
runway's nice and long. We'll be taking off flaps 5 today, guys, for this first leg.
Slip your arms into the straps and hug the cushion to your chest. Once again, all devices must be in airplane mode and your larger devices must be turned off and stowed at this time.
All right,
Securely stow your
let's check our instrumentation here. Everything's looking good. Let's also make sure we get the anti-skid in, and this plane we take off with the yaw damper on, so yaw damper is on. And looks like we got a good engine start. Double check prop area. Okay, now as you can see here, we're in the start and feather. Let's go ahead and bring our power up all the way to the 1000 max. Man, listen to those bad boys come online. Let's wait for them to stable out, and then we'll go ahead and continue our takeoff checks. Okay, inlet turbine temperature is stabling out. Prop RPMs are looking good. Torques are all equal. So now we can go ahead and actually get the recirc on, the bleeds on. Keep them on low. Take that generator off. Turn the power off. Now we can untie the main bus. That's all clean. Gens are on. Let's get our pitot statics on, as well as our window heat. Annunciator panel is clear except parking brake here. And fasten seatbelt, no smoking, and landing altitude for pressurization is set. So we are good to go. Let's go ahead and get ready to get out of here. Alright, for takeoff, guys, today we are going to do flaps 5 on this first leg. Let's get rid of the guts lock. Let's turn the nose wheel steering on. And let's get, what I like about this, you know, there is the checklist and the performance charts that you could do, but it makes it easy. You just click right here, and there's our rotation speed of 129, as well as our V1. Climb out is at 131, flaps clean 153. And we are pretty much ready to go. Now, here's where we can check our rudder control and our ailerons and elevator. Rudder left, rudder right, neutral, elevator up, elevator down, neutral, aileron left, and aileron right, neutral. Flight control systems are checked. Now for departure, we need to turn on our auxiliary pumps for tanks 1 and 2, as well as our auto feather and our standby hydraulic pressure and power takeoff unit control is all situated. Flaps are set and indicating at 5. And glare shield is all good to go. Let's check our taxi route and get on up out of here, folks. So, boom, here we are. Simple taxi. Nose left, Alpha Whiskey. Boise traffic, horizon 318, pushback from gate Charlie 3. Taxi in to runway 10 left for departure on the Boise 3 via Alpha Whiskey for Boise traffic. Alright, guys. Oh, there is one thing I wanted to check. Let's check these reversers. Okay. I don't think they're working. Let me see. Maybe when we land, we'll have to do the old, Alright, let's get that figured out really quick. Alright, now we're in disconnected idle. Let me check that out really quick, guys, because if we don't have any reversers, we got problems, man. Yeah, let's see here really quick if we can figure this out. Let's see, FJS, Q4XP. Lighting, let's see, engines, gate release, flight controls, rudder. Yeah, I really don't know, you know, maybe I should just set a button to toggle the thrust reversers there, because gonna have to figure that out. Let's see. Toggle thrust reversers is what I'm thinking I need. Let's see here. Let's go back there and let's go to joystick. Let's go to this guy here. What do we have it set up? Yeah, toggle thrust reversers. It doesn't like that though. So let's edit that. Let's see. Toggle reversers. Yeah, I really don't know what to do here. Reversers. See, hold thrust reverse at max. Hold thrust reverse at max. Let's do 1. Apply, and let's do this one too. I don't know if it's going to work, but we'll just make sure we land nice and slow enough to get on the brakes. Hopefully. All right, back at it we go. Okay, park and brake is released. Alright guys, like I said, welcome aboard Horizon Flight 318, service to Boise, or I'm sorry, service to Seattle, one stop in Spokane. November 7-1 Charlie Hotel, how you looking over there?
7-1 Charlie Hotel is waiting on Horizon 318 to take the runway, and we'll be following behind you, sir.
Okay, roger that. Without no delay, we are headed to runway 10 left, departure out on the Boise 3. All right. We are rolling, my friends. And we're going to take this to Whiskey, guys. All the way down to Whiskey.
Boise traffic, this is November 7-1 Charlie Hotel Experimental. We'll be taxiing Van Alpha 6 Alpha to Whiskey for departure on the Boise 3.
And it looks like that windsock is confirming that this is the better runway to take off.
Boise traffic.
So that's a good thing. Windsock is indicative of a takeoff to the east, so we picked the right runway here, guys. And Boise traffic, Horizon 318 entering runway 10 left, immediate departure on the Boise 3 for Boise traffic. Alright guys. Okay, landing lights on. Strobes on. Final is clear. Just look down the runway here. Okay, we are all lined up. Clock has started. Alright guys, takeoff power is set. Here we go. Airspeed is alive. 80 knots, cross check.
For the dash, he sure looks good, Horizon 318.
Appreciate you, appreciate you. Alright, and rotate. Gear is coming up. Alright. Get it on the nav source now. Get on those flight directors. Flaps up. Climb power. Just gonna hand fly here for a second. The altitude, there we go. We're right on those flight directors. Autopilot is engaged. We'll let the speed bleed just a little bit. And Boise traffic, Horizon 318 is clear of runway 10 left, climbing out on the Boise 3 last call. Boise traffic. Alright. So we're on the flight directors. We're going to let the speed bleed until it gets to maybe about 140. That'll be about 145. That'll be our optimal climb. We do have the aircraft in the 900 climb mode, of course. Auto feather can come off. The auxiliary pumps can come off, as well as standby hydraulic pressure. Flaps are up and indicating up. Alright, getting kind of close there. Actually, we'll IIS it at right at about 150. Okay, 152, we're IIS that, so that's what we'll climb at. And we're passing through 6,600. So now we can come down here and go direct to Valley. Oops. 2. Boom. Now we are direct to Valley, guys, so the aircraft will be doing her turn. Hopefully our thrust reversers work when we get there, so we'll plan to land kind of slow. Let's get a little flyby here for you guys.
Boise traffic, November 71 Charlie Hotel, Legacy RG is taking runway 10 left on the Boise 3, straight up departure to the north. Boise traffic.
Alright guys, once again welcome aboard. Flying time today is about 59 minutes on over to Spokane on the first leg, and then we'll figure out what we're doing for the next leg, guys. Do you know how we roll? I think it's safe to say we can get some jams crack-a-lackin' here. Alright, y'all. That's how we roll. Nice clear day here out of the Boise area, headed on over to the one and only Spokane. Somebody hot micing. So we are on course. on our way. Once we get to our cruising altitude, we'll figure out our VNAV situation.
Charlie Hotel is off on runway 10 left. In the words of the great Geo, Bomba Clot.
Bomba clot, bomba clot. Alright, y'all, look at those mountains over there. Let's take a look and see what we got. First of all, we are almost at 10,000 feet, so we will be most certainly turning those landing lights off. Look at that view. This is why we do this. Greg Hill says he was working on a grad school project, but will next time. Unlike them grad school projects. Hey, Greg, what you going to grad school for? And sorry if I missed it in the chat. I got like three classes to finish up my master's in human resource management. All right, 10,000 guys. Y'all know what time it is. Lights are off. Everything up top is clean. Now that we have hit 10,000, we can go to the normal on the pressurization here. And we are officially rolling. So we'll keep this nice slow climb so that we can, the aircraft has more than enough power to get up to its cruising altitude, and then we'll pick up speed. Now the aircraft that Green is flying is extremely fast, so don't be surprised if he jets past us. Look at that. Can't beat that, right? Oh yeah. That is quite the view there, guys. Up, and away she goes, folks. All right, 11,600. We are doing good here. Headed in the right direction, y'all. Again, big question mark if my reversers are gonna work when we touch down. This plane is a funny one, man. How the
Horizon 318, what's your final cruising altitude?
Horizon 318 will be cruising this first leg at flight level 240, good sir. How about yourself? Oliver Smith is in the house. What's up with you, G? Good to see you there. Appreciate all the support, fam.
I'm going to be at 140, 14,000.
As a reminder, please.
Okay, roger that. 14,000, and I'll watch you on the TCAS to ensure that. I know that plane's pretty fast, man. You might even blow past me. Oliver says dedication is pretty late. Okay, roger that. Roger that. I just know you in a rocket, baby. The plane Green is flying is really nice. I think it's that Legacy RG. It's a two-seater, and man, can that thing. I was watching Green the other night on Discord. He and Leo Sticks 86, my G, they were flying. I was observing, and man, that little thing is a rocket. It makes me want to get it. It makes me want to get it. Hey, babe, I got my co-pilots in the house, wifey and kids. Thank goodness for summer break, right, guys? Yeah, I bet y'all thought I was going to keep doing some DCS, although it's infectious. I had to get up on some X-Plane. Probably next couple streams will be X-Plane for sure, man. Unless I like fly DCS late at night and do a video. That's how that works out. DCS is just really easy to get into and start blowing stuff up. You don't have to worry about ATC. You just fly with your wingman or wingmen, whatever the case may be. But yeah. Yep. Green light says big up Daisy and fam, and they say what's back up to you. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go back here and check this bad boy out, y'all. Oliver says, like how you're streaming X-Plane 11. Personally love it more than Microsoft Flight Sim. Appreciate that, Oliver. That's good. You like it because I don't even have Microsoft 2020, and I'm just still waiting to get that. I have one or two parts left for my computer build, which I've been very slow going. I've had the parts forever, but this bad boy is still pumping out, so it's kind of hard to jump into it. But once I get the other computer up and running and all optimized, I'll go ahead and do Microsoft 2020. But even my dad had it. He downloaded X-Plane the other day because he couldn't get his Microsoft 2020 loaded back up, and he has a high-end machine. So I don't know what's up with that, but appreciate you saying that, Oliver, man. And I do love me some X-Plane 11. Looking for X-Plane 12, man. Only gonna get better from here, y'all. All right, anyway, let's take a look at this wonderful aircraft. Let me make sure we're not at flight level 180 yet. Okay, we got about 5,500 to go, roughly speaking. Look at this thing. This thing is nice. And these lights here, we can actually, I know I've flown this dash before. Quite a bit. I just love it, man. I've been flying this for a long time. Especially when it was an FSX. Trying to figure out, there should be a way this door can close. There we go. Should have had that closed. There we go. Flight deck door is closed. Now this area up here, you guys can actually switch the cabin lighting out. If you see the cabin lighting was on, you can take the cabin lighting, you can turn it off right here. Cabin sidewalk can come off. We'll leave the cabin overhead, boarding lavatory. So it's pretty cool. You can mess with that. You can come into the bathroom here. The bathroom is an area you can go into, as you can see. Here in the lavatory, got the old toilet situation there. So make sure you guys wash your nasty hands right here, okay? Wash some nasty hands and quit playing with me. I'm messing with you guys. Yeah, she's pretty nice, guys. She's pretty nice. She looks nice. The night textures are pretty good as well. These cabinets can come open and close, these overheads. Oliver says, any flights coming up for Salt Lake City? I can do one for sure. By far one of my favorite aircrafts. The Dash 8 is pretty nice. I agree, Oliver. I can do a flight to Salt Lake City coming up soon, Oliver. I like flying in and out of there as well. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and double check. And yeah, she's still climbing. She's climbing rather slow though, for this speed, which is highly peculiar. But everything's looking good. Gear up, bada bing, bada boom. Let's switch that up. Now you can see we're direct here, but this is not a system, even though they're both on FMS1, that will get this doing what it needs to do. So you actually got to come over here and do your own direct. And let's see, we're still direct to Valley, so even if we hit that now it'll look the same. So that's one of the things you got to know about the Dash 8. The first officer side and the captain side, although they can get the same information, they will not broadcast the same information. For example, if I'm manipulating this FMC, it doesn't make it necessarily happen over here. It's one and the same, but I like to keep them pretty much up to speed just in case we have any flight system failures or anything like that. He says, do you have any streams scheduled for Friday or Monday? Not particularly. I kind of got out of the habit of scheduling them ahead because something would happen, but yeah, I could most certainly do my best to stream on one of those days. Oliver, are you thinking about flying with? Thinking about having some more pilots in command on the trip? I don't mind that at all. Yeah, guys, so airplane is good. The only question is when we touch down, our reverse thrust lever is going to work. So we'll see if that happens or not. Hopefully it does, but if not, we'll land with no reverse thrust. We'll try to land as right on the money, and let's see what that runway's doing anyway, and keep you guys a little. Well, let's look and see if we made the flight levels yet. Okay, still not quite yet. Let's look and see what we got cracking. We can get rid of these Boise charts. We don't need those stinking charts anymore. Alright, so yeah, look at that, 11,000 feet. So as long as we hit it correctly, we got plenty of room to stop with or without reverse thrusters. they don't work there, we'll try something different for the next lab. Nah, just more available to watch. It's more for time. Okay, got you. I got you. Yeah, so that looks good. That looks really good. 111.031. Let's make sure we got that up in there. Okay, 111 is in there. Let's see. 033. What's the heading for that? Okay, final port sports is 031. So close. 031 1110. Perfect. Yeah, she normally doesn't climb this slow. Climbing awfully slow, especially at this slow speed, so that's kind of peculiar, but you know, we'll let her do what she's gonna do. We still got a pretty good leg, so and I'm not quite sure if the TCAS is even working on this all the way, just because I know they needed to update it. Look, this stuff down here still says inop, so I'm wondering how hard it is to get the doggone TCAS in here. So there are still some things that I need to see. Oliver says, let me rant about something. There was a dream that could have helped me. Let me write it. It all started on Tuesday night. Was sleeping, and in my dream I was deciding on names for chatting instead of Oliver. The name came to mind, the perfect one. Just now can't remember it. Only if I can remember. Hey man, you sound like you're a little older like me. Be forgetting stuff, man. Hopefully you remember that name, because that definitely is no good when you have a good idea and you can't remember it. Alright guys, we just hit the flight level, so let's get this back up to 29902. Okay, 29902, we do have our standard pressure. Still doing an extremely slow climb. I'm almost wondering, is that even optimal? We got a pretty slow speed here to be climbing that slow. But, you know, she could be heavy, guys. That's why she's climbing that slow. So we'll let her do her thing. Right now, ground speed is 222 knots. Yeah, I guess she's just doing a slow climb today, guys. Flying power. Yeah, it must just be because we're on the heavier end. Look at that. For the win. Alright, y'all. Everybody's up past their bedtime tonight. Hanging out with your boy. Appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? Like, you know, going to bed is overrated. Going to bed early, I should say, is overrated. Unless you're super tired. Unless you're super tired, man. Alright, looks like we are now getting on course to our waypoint. It's about 100 plus nautical miles away, and then we'll be at our first location. Alright, steady as she goes, guys. Range that out a little bit. Okay, and we are direct to Spokane. Let us just go direct to Jegdu. And because that's the one we're planning on being at anyway. 194 miles. And now let's check up on that VNAV. Jegdu, 4,400 feet. And let's arm our VNAV so that we get the right vertical navigation information. And 3,900, that looks correct. Wow, it's got our VNAV. You know what? The VNAV is already on because I know why it's on. So let's not put the VNAV on. Actually, let's just clear that out. There we go. And we won't even worry about this VNAV just met. Still trying to recalculate. Let's see if we can clear it. Okay, we'll leave it that way. What's going on now is that we're still in the climb. So it's still trying to calculate. I should have waited till we got all the way in the climb. This indicator shouldn't even be up here yet. So, but we don't have our VNAV arm, so we'll make sure that looks right. I'm still tripping on how slow she's climbing. But you know, she was on the heavier end, so we are going to see if we can manipulate this with our vertical speed. See what happens if we pick up speed here, or pick up the climb. We're going to monitor the speed because I am pitching up. Love you, honey. Alright. Looks like we're getting a little bit of turbulence here, guys. She's bouncing around. Airspeed is still good. We're still good to keep just getting up there. I'm trying to get up there as fast as possible so that we can get at a better cruise speed. Wife's over here distracting me.
Roger, 318, how do you read, sir?
And November 71 Charlie Hotel, I got you 5x5. How do you read me?
5x5.
Roger that. I'm assuming you're at cruise. How's the conditions treating you at 14,000?
Oh, it's fine. I got a 275 knot ground speed.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, we got our ground speed of 215, but we'll be picking up we must have been extra heavy. We was climbing a little slower than I would like, but we're about 2,500 until final cruise, so we'll pick up speed after that.
Cool.
Juna, how we doing, man? Bombakla. Alright, so we are losing a little bit of speed, so now we'll got to be cognizant. So we were getting a little slower there, so we'll arrest some of that. Yeah, she's just heavy and climbing slow, guys. There we go. We stabilized about 134, extra slow on the speed, but that's got us at a 300 feet per minute climb, so speed is creeping back up just slightly. Like watching your computer try to load something, man. It's just slow going. AvGeek says Dre's name should be Captain JZ. I appreciate you, AvGeek, man. You ain't got nothing but love, man. Aviation Geek, you still trucking? You still taking loads and driving across the country, man, or what's up? Or are you focused on your lawn work, your lawn business? Appreciate each and every one riding with us tonight. Even though we got an awfully slow climb, we still climbing. And we're hoping our reverse thrust reversers work upon touchdown. It's one of those weird things where you got to bind the right key in order for it to work, just because of how the interface works with the Dash 8. But we will truly see what happens, man. We will truly see. Only if the passengers know we're going extra turtle speed, they might have something to say about that, but we'll get them there on time. Kinda. You know, it's funny, man. You could, you know, obviously it happens all the time. Pilots, they fly a certain route. You know, that's their job, especially regional pilots. And you know, you fly the same route, but the wind conditions and the weight conditions are so different. It changes the performance of your aircraft, and you don't get that same expected performance. This has been the slowest climb that I've partaken in this Dash 8 probably ever. Taking time off the plane spot, Aviation Geek says, you know, you got to stay consistent with the videos. I hear you with that, man. I hear you with that. Yeah, man, mine have been hit and miss. Just life, you know, life getting in the way, but we still trying to pump out some content. That's why I felt compelled to stream tonight, man. Get something going. All right. Almost there, guys. Almost there. About another 1,300 feet to go, and we'll be at our climb. See, and everything over here looks good. Hydraulics are looking good. Let's do a little bit more of a thorough check on the engine systems. Alright, finally guys, 1,000 to go. And look, we're asking for a vertical speed of 500, but the plane is overriding us and we're only getting 200. Slowly but surely. Aviation Geek says my goofy self made a short of British Airways landing with the song Uptown Funk. There you go, man. Not that Uptown Funk. Yeah, Green said, sent a text that maybe I should level off and yeah, let's do that, guys. Let's level off a little bit for now and then pick up speed. So we'll go to vertical speed of 0 right now. And we'll let her pick up a little bit more speed. You guys can see here she is picking up speed. And let's get our heading bug. We always want to have that kind of centered up, so you can see those winds are coming from basically the west, giving us a little push there, and you can see that's why we're flying offset. We're yawing. To stay on this line, you know, correctly, we got to yaw to the left just because to compensate for the winds pushing us off the left side. Right? Aviation Geek, maybe we should have did a step climb. You ain't lying in this slow thing today. But now we are picking up speed, so let's pick up a considerable amount of speed, and then we'll get up to our cruise. Just gonna keep it right in the climb power. I think too many people ate too many burritos and stuff.
Hey, Trey, quick question. Do you think that, are any of your boards or anything out, or any of your flaps or maybe your boards out or something like that?
Yeah, I double checked that too. See, flaps are up, indicating up, and selected up. And the only other thing would be our doggone our flight spoilers. They're out, and we can visually go out and take a look at the aircraft, which I'm gonna do now. I think she's just heavy and just for whatever reason climbing slow. Yeah, everything is in. All right, let's check on this, guys. Voice server error, timeout error, initiating voice server connection. And November 7-1 Charlie Hotel, you got me? Looks like something happened with the voice server. Yeah, guys, everything is tucked in. She's just climbing slow. But we're picking up some speed now, guys. Maybe once we get over 200, we'll pitch up a little bit and get the rest of our 700 feet that we need. I think she was just heavy, y'all. Let's see. Alright, y'all, so we are picking up the speed. Man, I had to mute the mic, man. I had to put it that. Throat got dry, man. Alright, we're still picking up some speed there. Aviation Geek says, or can we dump some fuel? Yeah, we could dump some fuel. Then we're gonna turn this thing into a glider. Glide all the way in. All right. You know what I'm going to do is we'll let it pick up a little more speed. Let me go to the forums really quick and double check to see what we can find out about the thrust reversers. See anything. Let's see, Airbus TCA thruster not working. Just reading some stuff here. Man, maybe I need to watch this video. All right, so there is the video showing, and I used to have it set up. We'll get it figured out. They said, who's the heaviest person on board? I'm gonna need you to parachute out. Yeah, and the unfortunate thing is we don't even have any parachutes, so he's just gonna have to jump, man. He's gonna take one for the team. Alright, so we got some speed here. Let's go ahead and do something pretty aggressive here. We're going to get this climb. Speed will bleed, but we're going to get this climb to where we need to be. As you can see, she's moving pretty quickly there. Alright, that's what we wanted. There we go. She'll level out now and we'll be where we need to be. Weed eating is so satisfying, even in 90-degree weather with 75% humidity. Whew. I live in that dry heat in SoCal, so I can only imagine how bad I'd be sweating if I was in that type of humidity right now. That'd be a game changer for you, boy. Although I have, you know, been in that amount of humidity quite a bit in my life, but it's been a minute, man, so I can only imagine. Alright guys, so now we have finally achieved our cruising altitude 20 years later. So let's go ahead and bring her into the cruise mode now. Into the 850 mode we go. And we'll still see the speed climb. Let's go mess with our VNav now. Alright, so now we got it. Still wondering why it's even showing up here. This shouldn't even be here yet. This shouldn't show up until we get closer to our top and drop. There we go. This is what we wanted. 62.1 nautical miles, 10 minutes. And see, now it disappears. So yeah, sometimes you gotta watch it, because that's not something normally happens. But the only thing trying to call you on the radio. Let me disconnect and reconnect. At November 71 Charlie Hotel, how do you read me now?
Okay, there you go, sir. 5 by 5.
Nah, appreciate you. Yeah, for whatever reason, I got a message from VATSIM talking about, it gave me a red disconnected from voice server, but it was still connected, so that was odd. So thanks for checking in. I'm going to check the weather now to ensure what runway we're coming in on too, brother.
No problem.
All right, y'all. So 240 at 3 knots. Okay, we can stay for runway 3 right now. The winds are not an issue. It's 240, but it's only at 3 knots, so I think we can just stick with runway 3 if you're cool with that.
Well, you know, I've already pre-programmed 26, so if you look down, we're pretty much doing the same speed. I'm up to actually looking at you up, we're pretty much at the same speed.
Okay, roger that. Yeah, we finally topped out at about 235 indicated here, 362 on the ground. Okay, I'll switch over to runway 26 as well. That's not a problem. Just so we can keep it uniform.
Right, what's a hard nav approach? Yankee, hard nav 26 Yankee.
Okay, what's your transition?
Fisky is the initial approach fix. There is no transition. Fisky is the initial approach fix.
All right, roger that, Captain. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and let's show you how to make the in-flight change to runway 26. So now what we're going to do, let's again double check our heading bug. Okay, it's pretty much center right there. Let's go ahead and put this bad boy in the heading mode. And now we'll come down here and let us go to flight plan. We'll go to menu. We'll go to arrive. And we're going to switch this up to runway 26. Let's make sure that's the right runway, of course. Okay, he's got 26. And you know, I think I'm going to take mine from runway 21. I need the longer runway. I'm not quite sure if my reverse thrusters are working, so I'm going to take runway 21.
Perfect, no problem.
So guys, let's look at what we got for runway 21. Okay, Lucev is at 5,500 feet. Okay, so let's change that. Okay, so we're going to do runway 21. And we're not doing that. And we'll do the ILS 21. And select transition. We're going to say 1. Back to our flight plan. It's unlinked, of course. So let's delete this guy. Delete this guy. And we're also going to delete this guy. And we'll go direct to Lucev. Let's see where else he's unlinked at. Okay, Lucev. Okay, now we're not unlinked at all. Okay, and Lucev is see what it says here. Lucev is supposed to be at 5,500 feet. So let's go to our VNav. So now we're going to come into the flight plan here. 5,500 feet. Enter that. Back over to the VNav. Now we can put 1,800 feet in there and we should get some correct descent information. Alright, 3 minutes, 21 nautical miles until we start our descent there. When it gets closer to the last moving of the year, I'm going to try and just put out a longer mowing video. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, we're reeling it in, more than halfway done, almost the top of drop. Okay, we did alternate runways before we get to our descent profile here. Okay, 111, okay, cool, still the same, we just got the final approach fix is 212. Alright, 111.1, ILS 212 on the final course heading. Now, we need to come put this in the plan mode and look at what we're working with here. It'll be a sharp left. So once we get a little closer, usually we may just go downwind. Once we get into a certain range there, we'll just go downwind. VNAV, 1 minute. Alright, now we need to go ahead and arm our VNAV. 5500 is set. Altitude select. And our VNAV. So now when this comes down, we'll go ahead and follow it down. And we can use the speed anyway. At November 71 Charlie Hotel, this is Horizon 318, just to let you know. In 4 nautical miles, we are currently at flight level 240. We will start our descent down for the initial approach fix, which is at 5,500 feet. But we'll be at that altitude roughly in about 76 miles.
Roger that.
All right, what's up? Doing some CRJ flying myself right now, man. That's what's up, right, man. Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Hope your week is going well. And tomorrow is Thursday, which is the pre-party to Friday, right? Or as Drew Sohn says, the 4th Monday. Yeah, she's just an underperformer today, actually, which is peculiar. So, and that's funny. We got our VNAV situation set up, and she didn't follow the VNAV. So I wonder if there's just a glitched out problem today, because we should have already started our descent. Let's do this just to make sure. You can come in here and go to 2, and we're saying Lucev, enter, and let's make it for 1,800 feet. Okay, there we go. 11 nautical miles. But that's to Sigo. We said to the other one. Let's go here again. Yeah, she's tripping hard today, guys. So let's go ahead and start our descent now. And Spokane and surrounding traffic, Horizon 318's vacated flight level 240. Descending now, expecting final stop, runway 21 for Spokane traffic. Alright, we're going to go ahead and just continue what we're doing here. You see that speed is picking up. So now we'll bring finally the power levers back to arrest some of that increasing speed there. And guys, we're starting our initial descent into the Spokane area. Let's go ahead and double check what our minimums are. Okay, decision height is 2546. See if we can get that down here. some turbulence there. Okay, that only goes that high, so let's try it on the other one. Alright, 2550 because it was 2546. So we round up, obviously. And now, let's come and take a look at... Right says, I got the next 2 days off, then back to work Sunday, so let the fun begin. Hey, that's what's up. He says Saturday, he means. No doubt, no doubt. Alright, let's go ahead and type in... Yeah, I'm just wondering why she's acting kind of funny here. Wonder if there's glitching a little bit and I don't know about it yet. Altimeter is 29902. Hey, what do you know? How convenient is that? So no change there. Right. Throttle says, let's pray our reverses work. If not, we'll be getting on some brakes. Okay, that's armed. Spokane traffic rising 318 now at 16,500 and expecting full stop runway 21 for Spokane traffic, approximately 42 nautical miles out from Rusev, which that'll be on the final. We'll approach turning to final for Spokane traffic. Hey guys, we're bringing her in pretty hot. Runway is pretty long. Terminal will be to the right, so let's look. Our approach speed is going to be 144. Again, appreciate everybody hanging out tonight with your boy. Hopefully I'm providing some type of late night entertainment up in this bumbleclot. Wifey's giving me a big thumbs up, says she's entertained. Oh, love you. Are you entertained? Ay, ay, ay. You guys, my wife is over here just being a good distraction over here. Boy, it's different flying in the room than the office, I can tell you that. She's on her worst behavior right now, actually, guys. All right.
Area traffic, this is November 71 Charlie Hotel. We're going to be vacating 114,000 and descending down to 7,000. We are approaching, we're going to be approaching Fiskey intersection with R926. That's okay. And we are 50 miles to the south of Spokane International area traffic.
Okay, so he's behind us now, I'm assuming. Okay, yeah, we did pass him up. Which is a good thing.
We have begun our our final descent into Washington. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time.
Alright, music off, guys. It's time to go to work. I'm plain hungry. Definitely time to get back to the airport. Got to get this itch taken care of. Hey, for sure, Half Geek, man. I don't want you out there plain hungry. Alright, so not bad. 55 minutes on the clock, even though we had that slow climb. Flying time for this leg was supposed to be just an hour, so we're pretty close to that. And yeah, let's go ahead and get our landing lights on. And as you can see here, no ice was detected. Thank goodness for this time of year. What I'll probably do after this flight, we'll run a replay and we'll get into the hold really quick, and I'll just reload the aircraft. Okay, we are at 10,000. We are adhering to the speed. Okay, we're getting ready to get on the heading mode here shortly. Speed still looking good. Gonna wait kind of till we get in this little basin to make this turn. A little bit closer because we do have some terrain. This is where that terrain radar would really come in handy. Start pulling the speed back a little bit. We'll slow the descent down slightly. And at the next one, we need 3,900 at that. Down to about 500 feet per minute. Yeah, we want to get into this clearing right here since we are visual to avoid any of this terrain before we go downwind. Trying to get a good look at the field there. Let's see, there's the runway. So right at about our okay, there's the field there. Okay, we're going to go heading mode. Returning the nav source. $2,500. 2,500. First stage flaps down. Spokane traffic. Horizon 318 has turned right. As you were left downwind of runway 210, will report turning left base and left final for Spokane traffic. All right, guys. So now what we have to do, let's go ahead and get this into the minimum. Let's go ahead and bring our power levels all the way up. We don't need any auto feathering for our landing, but we do need our auxiliary 1 and 2 pumps on, as well as standby hydraulic pressure and the PTU control. Alright, we do have our ILS information in there. Let's also come over here to the first officer side and get his ILS information up as well. His FMC is not updated though, because we didn't update it. Alright, now we do have to keep this terrain in mind as we make our turn. We'll come just a little bit past.
Spokane traffic, November 71 Charlie Hotel is at Fiskey intersection and will be establishing for the RNAV 260.
Alright, let's get it!
Spokane traffic.
I hear you, Abdi. And Spokane traffic, Horizon 318 now turning left base for runway 210. Will report turning to final for Spokane traffic. Alright, coming out of that turn. Okay, let's do our checks again. Landing lights are all on. Bleeds are to minimum. No icing has been detected. Auxiliary 1 and 2 boost pumps are on. Standby hydraulic pressure with the PTU control is on as well. Approach speed has been confirmed and verified for 144 knots, guys. Once we make our left direct to the field, we will most certainly get that approach on, and we're going to bring her in, guys. Just for giggles, let's come down here to the flight plan, go menu, let's cross-fill it. We don't need to do this, but this is just for our first officer to be knowing what's going on, man. And we might as well just hit 6, boom. And then see, now he'll have his information there as well. I mean, the direct to line will look a little different, but that's what it is. I even noticed my throttles are a little off here. Look at the torque difference between the two engines, so that's funny too. So Spokane traffic, Horizon 318 now turning left to final for runway 210, expecting full stop, Spokane traffic.
Spokane traffic, November 71 Charlie Hotel is at Osola intersection inbound on the
Alright, localizer is captured.
Spokane.
We do have a good visual of the runway. Spokane traffic, Horizon 318 is established on the localizer runway 21. Will be at a full stop after touchdown for Spokane traffic. Alright guys, gears coming down. flaps coming down another stage. And let's get to our approach speed here. We are on the glide slope. It's been captured. Gear is down. 3 green confirmed. And finally, let's go flaps 15. And let's get to that approach speed here. Again, we're going to try to hit that approach speed right on the money. And look at this, even down here, the okay, the localizer is saying that we're to the right of it, but it's actually right in front of us. So there's a few things going on here that are a little peculiar, so it'll be good. And it's kind of coming more into the center, so maybe it's just that we're offset that far off. Alright guys, we're at about an hour and 5 minutes, so far we're about 5 minutes late. Not too bad with that slow climb. Alright, 2500 check. Right on our approach speed. Let's leave the autopilot on for a little bit longer. Right until we get about to this 5-mile final. Okay guys, autopilot's coming off our aircraft. And Spokane traffic, Horizon 318, 5-mile final, full stop, runway 210 for Spokane traffic. Alright guys, it's time to make this work happen.
Spokane traffic, November 71 Charlie Hotels on a 12-mile final for RDAV 26, Spokane.
Yeah, instrumentation is even off on this one, guys. It's a funny thing. So it's good. We're going to be doing a restart. Okay, we got 2 white, 2 red. That's what we want. All right.
Terrain. 500. Sync rate. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Oh man, I don't know what happened there. Speed dropped big time. And our reversers aren't working, of course. That was a horrible landing, guys. Horrible. We wasted the landing gear. Yeah, something was feeling spongy, but that was probably my fault. Okay, we missed it right there. Yeah, and the reversers weren't working. So that was definitely not a good landing at all. Oh, that's my bad. Definitely gonna need to come into maintenance, and we're probably getting fired. Off the runway we go. Spokane traffic, Horizon 318 is clear of runway 210, taxiing around.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Washington.
Passengers got broke backs, but that's okay.
Traffic number 719 Hotel is on a 7 mile final.
He said I feel the bounce coming. Yep, you called it.
Your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the
All
aircraft
right.
has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off.
Flaps are
Remember
coming
to
up.
use caution when opening the overhead bins, as items may have been shifted during the flight. If this is your final destination, we thank you for flying with us. If you're making a connection, we encourage you to check your itinerary to ensure a smooth continuation of your journey. We apologize for the delay. Please coordinate with airline staff as necessary regarding connecting flights
All
or
right.
vouchers.
Horrible landing, but we'll get a better one next time. That one was just all over the place. That's why I'm glad I'm going to restart, but I just honestly think that was my fault. I got a little sloppy on the final, but that's what being rusty does for you. Okay, landing lights are off. Let's get those strobes off. Flaps are up and clean. Generators on. Bleeds off. And there's our parking gates. We made it. Not the best landing,
On a short final RNAV
but we will
Spokane.
do better is the goal. All right, let's get it, Green. Do better than I did. All right. At least our guy showed up. Let's get that taxi right out of his
Traffic,
face.
November 71 Charlie Hotel, short final, RNAV 2C shaking, Spokane.
All right, guys, we have officially made it. We have officially made it, guys. Not the best work, of course. Definitely need some healing on that one, but we did get her in, and it was ugly. But we gotta own up to it, man. We gotta own up to it. And we have truly made it into the Spokane, Washington. We're gonna go back and watch that horrific replay there. Appreciate you guys riding along, of course. And yeah, we got to do better than that, guys. We got to do better, man. We got to do better, but that's all right, man. That's why we train. And you guys know I haven't been on here in a minute, so let's get the flight overlay off so we can get into this replay. Let's see if Green made it in yet, of course. Oh, and there he is right there. Good job, Green. Good job.
Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we had a rough one there. But we'll do better.
Shit, as long as everybody walked away, that's all that matters.
They are. They're walking away, and we got them a direct link to a chiropractor for that hard touchdown. All right, y'all. All right, I'm going to get into the replay and reload back up, and then we'll be on our way to Seattle. Are you going to ride with us to Seattle, too, or you going to call it?
Hey, you know I'm riding.
All right, let me do this replay, and then we're going to ride out. All right, y'all, so let's disconnect. And we will be done with that. For the moment, let me get off VATSIM. And let's get right into our replay. All right, let's see where things went. Let's get a little closer. Boom. See how rough we got. Oh, it's going to be one of these deals where the tower might block us. I think I just stopped paying attention really to the speed and profile, and it just dropped speed. That's what it was. Turboprop, the worst thing you can do is let the speed bleed on final. Not the worst. A little hard on the landing gear. Not the worst. It come in soft, but it was definitely the first bounce was a little bit too hard. So at least we had a good enough pitch up to where it didn't damage any. There was no tail strike or anything. The toilet don't have any water, and after that landing, splashed all out. For real. You can hear my wife laughing too. For real. Let's go back and check that out. I like that one, AvGeek. That's right. No more blue waters everywhere. Hope the passengers were buckled in, man. And hopefully the flight crew didn't decide to do one last minute bow voiding. Alright. Let's check that one out again. Alright, that initial bounce is what I get. Booyah! But no tail strike. Down again. We were just playing jump rope. That's all that was. You know, the rope went underneath us, jump rope it. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna watch the video. So we're gonna stop the X-plane. I'll put you guys into the waiting section, and I'll get ready for the next flight. But yeah, that's what's up. So we'll just do that replay there. Not really proud about this one, so we'll just stay in this scene here, and I'm gonna start getting the next flight ready for you guys. Okay. Thanks for riding along. I'm just going to be quiet for a minute. I'm going to be getting things ready. Once the plane gets to the gate, I'll stop X-plane and we'll reload it and get back on it, guys. Alright peeps, we are in the final stages of loading. Thanks for hanging out and being patient. Just restarted the sim, got our flight plan going here. Let me just pre-file our sim brief. Next leg is 54 minutes. It's a little bit shorter. We'll only be at flight level 200 for this next leg. And we're pre-filing on the VATSIM network as we speak now. And once the X-plane comes up and running, we will be ready to go. Total fuel for this leg here, which doesn't seem to indicate any weather, is going to be 6,384 pounds. So we will be lighter just by virtue of that. So hopefully we get a better climb this time. But we'll see. Aircraft is being fully reloaded so that we can make some magic happen. Again, happy Thursday evening, and now pretty much everywhere, actually not even here now, so happy Friday morning. Oh, I'm sorry, Thursday morning to everybody. I got my days mixed up, man. So happy Thursday morning. Wednesday evening is a thing of the past now, and hopefully we get a nice landing in the Seattle area, which is the complete opposite of what we had landing into the could have been worse, but it could have been a whole lot better. That landing was just subpar. So we got to get a redeemer coming into Seattle, guys. That's for sure. That is for sure. All right, looks like we are all loaded up. So let's bring you guys back on board now. We got our overlay all situated. Let's get our battery on. Let's check you guys out. Make sure you guys aren't screaming anything. Okay, let us redo everything again. I switched the thrust reversers to something different, so let's see if they work. But if not, we got a nice long airport over in the Seattle area as well, so we're not worried about it too much. No smoking. You guys know the deal. Let's get this bad boy up and running so we can talk to our G Green in the house. On, and let's get these all turned up. These knobs here, in case you're wondering, you can't really see them spinning too well, but I am turning up the rusty, dusty, and trusty PFD and MFDs. Same thing here with the initial one. Can't see it spinning, but it is. These tests are both passed. Boom, boom. And now let's get logged back onto the VATSIM network. Okay, we are back on. Any station that's net, any station that's net, radio check.
5x5.
Okay, roger that. We're loaded back in. We're getting our plane initialized. And what route do you got going over there to the Seattle area?
I just have the, what is it, SkyGo and SkyGo 1 arrival.
Got you. Okay, and I got real flight has flown Temple Glasser 1. So that's what I have pumped in there.
Alright, okay, so I'll let you know ahead of time. I'm going to be landing on 16 right. That's the side of the FBO for the GA aircraft.
Okay, roger that. I'll let you know. I'll probably land on the same runway. Let me double check at the winds here, but we'll take it on probably the gate C5.
And you need to land on 16 left.
Okay, roger that. One thing we always have to do, which I don't know why it doesn't save, you got to come back here and put that on. Airports, let's get the one we're at now. Boom. Get them all pulled back up here, guys. Okay, there we are. And there's no departure, so now we can just go hook Seattle up. Airport. Okay, he's doing 1-6 left. We'll probably do 1-6 center. And we're probably going to do 1-6 center, actually. 1-6 center.
Perfect.
Yeah, winds are 190 at 6 knots, so we'll do...
I'm doing 1-6 right. 1-6 right.
You're going to do 1-6 right?
Yes, that's the side of the FBO for the general aviation aircraft is on 1-6 right side.
Okay, roger that. Yeah, we'll take 1-6 center, which is kind of the same runway we always take when we land south. So I'll be up and ready probably in the next 5 minutes, brother.
No problem, waiting on you.
10-4. Alright, so let's check the meter out here. Okay, 0 knots. So we'll take the western runway. We'll take runway. Okay, so the winds here for me is reporting all calm, so I'm going to take runway 21 since we're flying out to the west anyway, and that'll put me in the right direction. All right. Bada bing, bada boom. 60 passengers, cargo, 3,300 pounds, and fuel is 6384. Okay, center of gravity is looking really good. 60 passengers, 3,300 pounds, 6384 on the fuel. Load summary. Let's go ahead and landing fuel. It's saying that, but we're going to confirm the load. And start loading. Alright, 6384 is going to be the fuel. Let's do flight plan. And we can just get right into the first, which is TE. It's a fix. Mike Papa Lima. Promise you guys we're going to get a much better landing here. And Glacier 1. So in order to put the Glacier 1 in, we got to do KC. Enter. Accept that. Menu. Arrive. We said we're doing 16 center, so that's 1. Glacier 1. And look at that. We could take it from Temple, actually. Why wouldn't we? Alright, and let's select that transition. Let's come in here and take a look at that. Approach 16 center, as it were. Keep in mind we're coming from the west.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I would love to welcome you aboard
Okay,
our
so
flight.
we can probably
When you
just
find
put
your seat, please be sure to place your
Jinru
larger
in there.
carry-on items in the overhead
Would be
bin
fine,
and smaller
and then we'll
items
make any
underneath
adjustments after
in front
that.
of you. Unless you're in the front
Let's
row,
see.
please place all of your items in the overhead bin.
Erica works
If you have any
too.
trouble finding a location for your carry-on items, please let a flight attendant know and we would be happy
Halt
to
to.
assist you.
Let's
If
do
the
halt
overhead
to.
bin is full after you put your carry-on inside of it, please close the bin as a courtesy to other passengers. Once all your items are put away, please clear the aisle and sit down in your seat to allow other passengers to find their seats as well. If you are seated in an emergency exit row, please leave the exit seating responsibilities in the safety card in the seat back in front of you. Please make sure you are willing and able to perform the actions required. If you are not able or prefer not to perform these actions, please let a flight attendant know so you can be reseated.
Okay, we're doing 60 packs here.
Last-minute text messages if you need to, but we ask that
Cargo is
when you
3,300
put away
pounds.
any laptops or tablets. Thank you,
And the
welcome
fuel
aboard.
is 63.84. Alright, 63.84 on the fuel. And our alternate fuel is 13.42. Extra fuel is 500 pounds. Let me make sure I put extra fuel in here, which I did. And, oh, I'm sorry. Let's go back to the hold. Hold is 588. Extra is 500.
We're ready to go when you are.
Oh man, I hate when I do that.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Flight 386 with service to Seattle. Our flight time will be roughly 54 minutes. Please note the cabin door is now closed. We ask that you make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your larger devices are now shut down and
Cross
stowed.
this over
If
here.
you have not already, please fasten your seatbelt and verify it is low and tight across your lap. The stable seat back must be in the full upright and locked position for departure. Flight attendants, please prepare to have it for departure and cross-check.
Let's get our fuel crossover as well.
Girl, you bring out the best in me. I just love the way you do your thing. Could not ask for more.
Alright, 20,000 is what we're going.
We're gonna make love till the break of light.
Let's do alt select, vertical speed.
Wanna be wrapped up in your arms tonight. We're gonna make love till
And we'll put it on nav for our flight director there. And let's get the nav sources back onto the FMS. And let's check you guys out here. Okay, so now looking at the altimeter is 29901. Heading select, vertical speed, and we don't want to do heading select. Let's just do nav straight up because we're going out to the west anyway. So we're leaving runway 210. So this ought to work out perfectly. All right, boom. All right, rotation speed will be 123. All right, let's come down here. Let's do a fast load. And let's get the music off. Alright. Enough of that. Let's go ahead and get the APU on. You can see the gates pushing back. And landing altitude should be fairly small. APU is coming up. External power off. GPU is disconnected. And we are pretty much ready to go. Takeoff trims are where they're supposed to be. And let's get that on, and now we can put the fastened seatbelts on as we're getting ready to push back. And we can go ahead and push back.
Okay, I'll send the push card.
Let's make sure that brake is off.
Here we go.
Alright, brake is off. Nose wheel steering on. And you can see we're just going to taxi Alpha Alpha 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the flight attendants for a safety demonstration.
Alright, see you next
When your seatbelt light
time.
is fastened, please make sure that your seatbelts are fastened low and tight across your lap. To fasten, insert the metal fittings into one another and tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle. We suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the entire flight, as we may experience unexpected turbulence. Please take a few moments to now locate one of the several emergency exits on this aircraft.
And November 71 Charlie Hotel, we are pushed back, starting the right engine. We'll start left engine, get a taxi to runway 21
There is lighting on
for
the floor
immediate
that will guide
departure.
you towards the exit. In the event of a decompression, an oxygen mask will drop in front of you. To start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you. Place it firmly over your nose and mouth, secure the elastic band behind your head, tighten the straps if necessary, and breathe normally. Although the bag does not inflate, oxygen is flowing to the mask. If you're traveling with
Alright
a
guys,
child or
let's go ahead
someone
and
who
start the
requires
left
assistance,
engine.
secure your mask on first and then assist others. Keep your mask on until a member of the crew advises you it is safe to remove it. In the unlikely event of a water landing, a life vest is located in a pouch under your
See,
seat
we
or
got good
between the
rotation
armrests.
here.
When instructed to do so, open the plastic pouch and remove the vest. Flip
Just
it
can
over your
see
head.
the very
Wrap
tips of
strap
the blades
around
out there
the waist and buckle
rotating.
at the front. Pull the strap to tighten. To inflate the vest, pull firmly on the red cord only when exiting the aircraft. If it doesn't inflate automatically, you may blow into the mouthpiece for manual inflation. This vest is equipped with a whistle and a light. If you need to, your seat cushion can be used as a secondary protection
Alright,
device.
props coming up.
Please make sure to exit the aircraft as soon as possible and leave your belongings. Once again, all devices must be in airplane mode and your larger devices must be turned off and stowed at this time. Please securely stow your personal items. Make sure your seatbelts are fastened and seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position. We remind you that this is a non-smoking flight. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying the smoke detectors located in the lavatories is prohibited by law. All of this information and more
Generators
can be
off.
found in the safety card located in the seat
Can
back in
untie
front
the
of
bus.
you. We suggest reading this and letting your cabin member know if you have any questions.
Static
Thank you
heat's
for flying
on,
with us again.
pilot
Hope
heat's
you enjoy
on.
your flight.
That situation is taken care of. Flaps 5. Let's try flaps 10. Okay, flaps 10, we get 120, so we'll have 2 flap positions to decrease. We'll take off flaps 10 this time, guys. And of course, let's get all of our systems on here. Auto feather, boost pumps for tanks 1 and 2, and full up, full down, aileron left. Oh, it won't do it unless you take the gust lock off. Aileron left, aileron right, and let's get on those rudders. Rudders right and rudders left. Toe brake. Okay, cool. Let me get myself situated here. What a good takeoff, man. Rudder pedals needed to slide over a little bit. Parking brake release. Taxi light on. And we are ready to go. Spokane traffic horizon 318 pushback from gate Charlie 3 will be taxiing to runway 21 via Alpha for Spokane traffic. Alright, so taxi's pretty simple. still won't know if our thrust reversers are working correctly, but all we can do is get down and do the same thing. She slows down pretty nicely without them, so on the longer runways anyway, so we'll have that working to our advantage. So we should be taking this to Alpha 1.
Spokane traffic, this is November 71 Charlie Hotel. We'll be taxiing from the FBO. Charlie to Charlie, warning for departure on runway 26 to the continuing departure to the west. Spokane traffic.
Alright. Enough of that madness. Okay, that's Alpha 2. We got one more to go to Alpha 1. Everything is looking good. Looks like we do have an aircraft coming in. And November 71 Charlie Hotel. Looks like we have an aircraft coming in, not speaking out on VATSIM. So I'm just going to stand by for him to land. Looks like he's taking 2-1.
Roger.
And that's why even on VATSIM, it's always good to check final. Looks like we got WestJet coming in. And Spokane traffic, Horizon 318. Lining up to wait, runway 210, waiting for arriving aircraft to clear the runway for Spokane traffic. Alright guys, let's come up. Lights on. Double check final, it's clear. Lock is started. Spoilers to flight mode. Airspeed is alive. Take up power set, obviously. 80 knots cross check. Forget 120 is our rotation speed. Gear is up. Coming up. Got dampers on. It should have been on already. Fly runway heading. Spokane traffic. Horizon 318. Clear runway 21. Last call. Spokane traffic. One stage flaps up.
This is November 71 Charlie Hotel. We're taking runway 26 for departure to the north straight out. Spokane traffic.
Power established. Just getting on those flight directors. And we're pretty much on those flight directors, still hand flying it. We'll go to autopilot here in a second. Okay, autopilot is engaged.
Okay, traffic November 71 Charlie Hotel's holding short for departure, waiting on crossing traffic. Spokane.
Okay, climb mode. And actually, we skipped climb mode. Let's go one up to climb mode there. Let's see, we pick up a little speed there. And we have departed the Spokane area, guys. Let's get our taxi light off. But at 10,000, we'll get the landing lights off.
Okay, traffic November 71 Charlie Hotel is on runway 26, departing.
Appreciate you, Bacazzato. He says, nice departure. That's what's up, man. Thanks a lot, Bacazzato. At least we had something nice going for us. That last arrival was garbage, but we'll get a reprieve. You guys know how that goes. Flying time for this leg, guys, was only supposed to be about 55 minutes, and as you well know, we are already into that. It's actually 54 minutes was the flying time, so shouldn't be that bad. Let's get our tunage back on.
Traffic November 71 Charlie Hotel is off on runway 26, Spokane.
Just enjoying some of the scenery there, guys. All right, up, and away we go. Okay, so this thing crosses right here. So I'm thinking from, see, there's Heather coming in, so let's see what the chart says, but we could probably cut one of them off there. Okay guys, we're doing good. We're almost at 10,000. So let's get rid of this guy. And let's bring in our arrival, which is the Glasser 1. See, there's Heather. That's for a north landing. Turbojet's landing north. That's not going to be us. Okay, give me a second. Landing lights can come off.
10,000 feet. You may now turn on your larger portable electronic devices. This is also a reminder to please keep your seatbelt fastened while you're seated and do not congregate in the galleys or near the
Alright. We don't want to suffocate the passengers.
You will be required to pay a small fee if you wish to access it. We do offer complimentary in-flight TV thanks to our partners. Connect to the Wi-Fi and you'll be able to access our wide range of free live TV and paid movie
So,
libraries.
let's get back to this. Okay, landing south, vector's the final. Woody, then on C to Heather. So I'm assuming maybe from Woody. Yeah, so let's get rid of Heather and go direct. That's what we'll do to make everything look copacetic. So let's delete Heather. Delete this guy, the vectors. And then now see what that looks like. Okay, so there's Woody. All two, perfect. On in. I like that. I like that a lot. And you guys know what runway we're already landing on, so there's no need to belabor it. Let's just put it in there. Okay, 11.7, 164. So let's just make sure 11.7, 11.7, now we need to go 164. Format button here. And we need 164 in the course heading. There it is there, 11.7, 164. And back to where we go, folks. Getting into a little bit of the soup. Riding. Let's have a good arrival into Seattle so we can end the stream off with pride, guys. That is the plan. Hopefully maintenance got in there and fixed the landing gear up, you know what I mean? Hopefully. Now that we do have, we'll be checking the arrival descent to make sure that's all copacetic. So we'll check our points here in a second. As you can see, we're just kind of going in the soup slightly. cruising right along, man. It's kind of hard not to enjoy the view, I can tell you that. But it looks like our view is dissipating. Oh, there we go, just skirting through. Alright, let's check the aircraft here, see what we're doing. Look at this guy's been doing much better on this climb. So we only got about 3,900 to go until we get to the top of the climb, so that's a good thing. It's already put it into the standard mode. Now we can turn our auto feather off. Making good speed. And November 71 Charlie Hotel radio check.
5 by 5, sir.
Okay, roger that. I was just checking. I know that guy came in. He wasn't saying much, but I'm just pretty sure maybe his voice didn't work on VATSIM. But appreciate you riding along, dog. And Seattle, we gonna get a better one in Seattle.
I know you will. I know you will.
Appreciate the confidence, man. Hey, these planes are ascending like that current economy interest rates, ain't it?
Say no more.
Right? Alright, so biggest faux pas on the last one, again, guys, is that we didn't keep our speed in. We let the speed bleed, which she can get with changes in pitch and configuration, of course, gear down, flaps down, and all that. You got to throw in more power. I got a little sloppy on the last approach. That's why we were centerline and everything. The flare was okay, but just it slammed down too hard because the tank dropped, just because we didn't have enough lift in order to keep, you know, enough speed to keep that nice lift for that nice touchdown. So we'll do that time. We'll definitely adhere to the landing approach speed, which we got away from on the last one, guys. So I'll do at least 3.5 push-ups. I'm not even committing to 4, but 3.5 push-ups for you guys for that horrible landing last time. Alright, guys, so let's get a little view going on there, and let's take a look at our arrival on the Glasser 1. So first constraint is props 10,000 cross 250 Jackson. So we'll see if we got Jackson in there. Okay, Jackson right here. Jackson, they got it 12,000. That's the turbojet. We're a prop, turbo prop, so we need to get there at 10,000. And then Hull 2 is at 6,000. Erica is at 5,000. 4,000. 3201. 1,900. Perfect. So when we get to the VNAV, we're looking for Jackson as our waypoint in which we want to make sure the VNAV is all squared up on. Alright, Aviation Geek says he is back. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, about 1,000 to go. You should get the little beep here in a second. As soon as this gets to 19,000. There's our 1,000 feet to level off indicator. just realized there's a little map light right here. Ooh. Alright, 500 to go. Not doing bad. We're reeling it in, guys. We are reeling it in. All right, less than 100 feet to go. Seattle, here we come, bringing you lots of butter. You know it, Aviation Geek. I need the Country Crock and the I can't believe it's not butter, man. I need to mix those two in, man, so we can get a nice landing. Alright, guys, we have reached our cruising altitude. We need to go back into the 850 mode now. There we go. Continue to pick up our speed here and keep it rolling, guys. We are all pretty much set up for landing. We'll double check the winds right before our top and drop. Which actually, let's get that set up now for our VNAV, now that we are at our cruising altitude. All right, 22 minutes, there we go. 22 minutes until our top and drop. The last landing brought Nutella, yeah, it wrecked them. Hope you had your support on there when you landed on the last one, and your back support. Captain says it won't be a rough one this time, y'all. We're gonna be on our P's and Q's. Alright, 20 minutes into a 54-minute flight means we have about 34 minutes until we should be roughly on the ground. And of course, according to our back computer over here, we are 19 minutes from top to drop. And let me see some here. Flight plan. Yeah, we added that in. Just curious, I asked for this to calculate it at negative 1,800 feet per minute, and it's not doing that. I don't get that. We asked for it to go to Jackson, and it just decided to do whatever it was going to do. He said we doing Seattle to Miami. I'm just like, in our sleep. That's what we doing for sure. All right, so we'll start our descent to hold to approximately at that time range, but I am a little bit upset about the whole Jackson thing. It just disappeared it out here altogether. So I guess that's what you get for messing with stuff, huh? We'll make sure we're at 10,000 from Jackson. We got about 10,000 to drop, and so we need to be about 30 nautical miles out in order to drop to 10,000 feet to Jackson. So once we're in 30 miles of Jackson, we'll go ahead and handle that. We'll start our descent the way we know it should be started. Guy saying in about 17 minutes or so. Alright guys, so sit back and relax and enjoy the ride. Let's see which window's better to look at them. What do you guys think? We'll check this side out. And guys, I'll be right back. Just gonna take a really quick water break, and I'll be back with you. Enjoy the flight, guys. We got descent in approximately 16 minutes. guys. I'm still kicking it with you. Ab Geek says that he is doing LAX to Johannesburg on Infinite Flight. That is what is up, SA. Let's see what we got here. Actually, it's scenic, pretty out of the front windshield this time. All right, so there's our top of descent right there. Of course, we said when it's about 30 nautical miles from Jackson. Let's see what we got here. 26. So pretty much once we get done, once we get to Glacier, we can actually go ahead and start our descent down to 10,000. Heavy H Geek says it's like a 21 or 22 hour flight. Woo! Man, you are the man doing that joint. That's one of those you don't even fly on VATSIM, man. You just fly it. You know, go to sleep and wake up and hope the plane is still in the air. Look how beautiful it is over here, though, guys. Some of these mountains, absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Let's get another check on the weather. Okay, weather's still southern. Okay, Infinite Flight is a mobile sim. Okay, cool. You gonna do that all? Can you like not be on the app and it still be flying, App Geek? Just curious. And November 7-1 Charlie Hotel. Looks like the winds are 210 and 5 knots. Still for a soft landing. Altimeter 2999. It's my kind of flying. Oh, he says, no, you can't. All right. Well, man, you better plug your phone up and have it plugged up for them 21 hours. I'll tell you that. That's amazing, though, that you can do that lengthy flight on a mobile app, man. I'm telling you, technology is just... Sometimes I think it's going too fast. Aviation Geek says you can play it on a tablet or a phone. All right, cool. Cool. So we're almost to that situation. So let's go ahead and start our descent now. Aviation Geek says for a mobile sim, it's definitely worth it. That's what's up. Seattle traffic and surrounding aircraft. Horizon 318 is direct to Glasser. Vacating flight level 200, descending via the Glacier 1. Seattle and surrounding traffic. said the altimeter is 29999. Let's go ahead and get that set up now since we don't have any ATC. So our whole goal is to get off here on November and come right over here to this appendage. That's where the Dash 8s typically land. Gonna do any long hauls like 10 or 7 hours? Yeah, Aviation Geek. I do plan to do that. I'm actually planning maybe a JFK to Honolulu. I'm planning that at some point, so that ought to be like a 10-hour flight. I might have to do a rehearsal just to make sure the sim can handle that length. Just because in the past it has been not so user friendly. So. Check something out here, guys. Hold to 6,000. Okay, cool.
I see you moving in space. Look to my eyes, I'm so fixed. Every turn that you take, I'm taken in by the wheel of seat you swing. I'm caught up in everything. I never just won't stop.
Then we should be off the terrain here and into the open, as you can see here crossing this. So we should be able to start descending to 600 feet. Yeah, it's like 12 hours. That's a long one. I am planning to do that one though. Just FYI. To get that again, is it 66 or 64? Hold 2 is actually supposed to be a 6,000. Alright, music off. Let's get ready to do this. AvGeek says he can't wait to see it. Me neither, man. I'm looking forward to it. I'm thinking about doing it, actually, believe it or not, in the A340-600. I haven't flown that bad boy in a while. I'm planning to do some cargo ops in a 747, but I don't think I'm going to be using that. And I'm also thinking about getting like the A300 and a couple other aircraft that I don't have in my hangar, flying those that I've been wanting to get. Alright, into the soup we go, guys. we are at 10,000. Landing lights can come on. And let us...
We have begun our final descent into Seattle. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in the full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat.
Just because we're going through a few clouds here,
Wi-Fi related tasks and stow any larger
I'm going to get any icing situated here. Seattle traffic, horizon 318 now at 9,300, descending to cross halt 2 at 6,000, expecting full stop runway 16 Charlie for Seattle traffic. Alright guys, let's pull that speed back a little bit. You can see our speed is creeping up there. We don't want to overstress the aircraft, not to mention we were speeding a little bit above the recommended altitude there. I mean speed, as you were. So there's halt 2, and we have Erika at 5,000 and 4,000 and so on and so forth. Okay, there's a little break. Alright guys, let's get this off here, as well as let's get these on the minimums and go ahead and increase our prop conditioners. Pretty copacetic. Let's get our auxiliary pumps on, as well as our standby hydraulics. We're gonna let the airplane get us on course. Alright, we'll keep it there for now. We should have been at 6,000, but we're at 5,000. A little bit lower than we needed to be, but that's okay. There goes the field there. Must be too far out for the approach. Seattle traffic, Horizon 318 is turned left to final for runway 16 Charlie, expecting full stop. Seattle traffic. Wow, I'm surprised we're not picking up. Oh, you know what? Let's see. Let's do the nav source. There we go. Now we're picking up the approach. And she's going to straighten herself up. Catch the glide slope. It's really what we want to do. Okay, there we got the glide slope. Gears coming down. 144 is our approach speed again. Flaps 15 selected. Landing lights are all on.
2,500.
All right, guys, let's get a good one here. Seattle traffic, Horizon 318 is on a 7-mile final for runway 16 Charlie, expected full stop for Seattle traffic. Okay, flaps, we got them to 15 and they're indicating landing gear 3 ground. Power is all the way up into the 1,000%. Bleeds are to minimum. Anti-icing is off. Landing checklist is complete. Autopilot disengaged. Keep the speed a little high. Like the ILS has been off all day on this thing, so I wonder if there's maybe a glitch on it picking up the ILS really good, because we've always been just a little off on the approaches here. I can only imagine if it was IMC conditions and I was relying on the ILS, would I fully trust it on this one? I don't know.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
All right. Reversers didn't work. That's okay. I gotta figure those reverses out on this thing, man. Wow, and we don't even have an airport here, guys. Landed, no airport. So X-Plane did me dirty. But we did make it down. At least we gave ourselves a... flaps are coming up. We gave ourselves a...
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Seattle. The local
better
time
landing.
is 2:08 p.m. and it's currently about 61 degrees.
But I don't even have an airport here we're looking at.
Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and
Landing
the
lights
seatbelt
off.
sign is turned off. Remember to use caution
Robes
when
off.
opening the overhead bins, as items may have shifted during the flight. If this is your final destination, we thank you for flying with us. If you're making a connection, we encourage you to check your itinerary.
Seattle
to
traffic,
ensure a continuation of
Horizon
your
318 is crossing runway 34 right. Taxi to the ramp for Seattle traffic. Thank you, Aviation Geek. Say again.
And waiting to redeem yourself. Great landing.
Oh, thank you, brother. Thank you. Yes, sir. Great landing, and then we get here, there's no airport. At least we had the runways, though. Gotta check my mesh. I don't know how it got reconfigured, but we made it. And how far out are you so we can get you landing?
I'm 15. I'm about 10 miles from the Heather intersection, and then I'll be turning a base for the ILS runway 16 right.
Okay, roger that. We'll be waiting on you to come in, brother, so we can catch you this time. Alright, guys. We are essentially just going to come here and spin around since we don't even have an airport. Just going to turn around here. The airport got taken in the zombie apocalypse. Alright, guys, this is where we're gonna stop. Parking brake is set. Those bleeds off. Main bus is tied. And welcome to Seattle, guys. We made it. Park in the grass. We will let the planes have a picnic. LOL. That's what's up. We definitely made it, guys. So it's always something. First landing was a little bit of a tumultuous one. We get here, nice landing, no airport. Go figure. But we did make it, guys, and nonetheless, I appreciate each and every one of you for riding on board. We're going to wait for our boy Green to get in before we do a replay. But in the meantime, let's do our due diligence. Let's get off. Okay, good. We got that on standby already. So I'm not even truly sure if we were on standby or squawking as we should have, but there's no ATC, so we're not going to catch that error unless ATC comes on and says, hey, I don't see a squawk code for you. So we won't even open the doors up or anything just as of yet, just because of the we're expecting El Señor Green Light to come in. Appreciate each and every one of you guys riding along today, of course. Let me see where green is at on the old VATSIM map. Alright, he shouldn't be far off at all. Man, I'm just tripping. Like, what happened to the airport? Let's see here. Let's get our taxi light off, too. Off. That's good. Get some air back there for the passengers. Apparently, we gotta have some services come out to the plane because there's no airport. All right, we're just waiting on our boy to get in. Here. You guys have been awesome. Green light, where are you? Looking at Fantastic, looks like he's on his base leg. There he is there.
Seattle traffic, November 71 Charlie Hotel is on ILS runway 16. Seattle.
All right, bring her on in, Green. All eyes on you, as usual.
Man, don't say that.
You know, I gotta give you a little pressure. It'd be nice if, like in DCS, you could, you know, spectate the other aircraft right on the aircraft. You in FSX, that was a function of the multiplayer support where you could actually hit the view and go. I don't know if it would get right on it like DCS, but it would find the other aircraft inbound with their tags and everything. But as many shortcomings as that had, FSX also had a lot of good things to it. It was just a 32-bit system, so it was antiquated moving into the future. And who knows, one day we'll look back at X-Plane 11 and all of these sims we have now and say they're antiquated too. Which, you know, that's the story of life, right? Keeps going, it waits for nobody. Time keeps ticking.
So do the bills.
Yes, sir. And perhaps maybe that's why my scenery was off, or the The navigation was off in terms of the ILS, just because the scenery didn't load right. Honestly, I hadn't even planned to come to Seattle, but I know the two airports we landed at before, those were vertical sims sceneries, and they loaded in just fine, you know. Boise and Spokane. See if it still has them as a Cessna. And look, it's actually switched his aircraft. Nice. Good job, Green. Good job. Hey, and it actually is supporting, looks like it's actually your aircraft and not a Cessna this time, so it's switched up.
Oh, that's cool.
Good one, brother. Good one, man. Thanks for flying along as always, my G. And if I stream tomorrow, I'm thinking about maybe doing some jets tomorrow. 737, Airbus, who knows. But as always, man, I'll send you a text. Appreciate you flying with, big homie, man, and you get some rest, man.
I appreciate you, bro. As always, I got you whenever you want to fly. I got you. Appreciate you.
Hey, ditto, brother. We'll talk to you, man. Have a great day tomorrow. Great night's rest, man. And then I'll send you a text, man, if we're thinking about streaming again or just flying anyway offline.
Yes, sir.
Bomba Clyde. That's what's up, man. I'll holla at you. Alright, guys, so that was our boy Green in the house. Let's go ahead and jump right into our replay and see what this crack-a-lacking. Let's go maybe this far out. Okay, here we go. Yeah, Aviation Geek. Hey, that's no worries, Aviation Geek. I almost forgot about my own replay. Alright, at least we held that nose up for a while, as we should have. Spoilers came out, just no reverse thrusters, so it was a pretty nice touchdown, even though we had absolutely zero, pretty much center line, and we had absolutely zero doggone airport scenery, but we got the runways, man, and that was the most important. Let's run that back. That was actually not too bad, guys. Let's get another look there, get a couple more views in, and we will call it. That's where we held that nose up. Nice Redeemer there, guys. Nice Redeemer. And again, it's because we basically, like I said, the landing prior to that was basically just a speed issue. That's why we dropped so heavily, and even though we were pretty much center line, that's why we had that such an egregious landing on the last one. Let's get wifey, who's definitely always in the pocket support, and let me get her little view going here. You can see the runway's nice and sloped here too. Boom. We'll call it center line. That front gear touched the center line, so we like that. Alright, y'all, I'm definitely going to run one more replay, and it'll be a wing view, and then we're going to call it, guys, because that's how we do it. Let's come back in here and maybe come out a little further. Maybe here. Boom. I appreciate you guys riding along for sure, and see if we can get a little bit more of a view here. I think that's as good as we're going to get, man. Alright, so there's the final view, guys, for you. Appreciate each and every one of you guys riding along today. Big up to Greg Hill, Zato Flies, HD Simulation, Aviation Geek, of course, Greenlight Auto Brokers. If I didn't say Bakazato, I'll say you again. Of course, Oliver Smith checked in, so appreciate you checking in. Anybody in the background checking again, and of course Ride checked in, appreciate you. Of course, lovely kids and wife first and foremost checked in, so appreciate their support as well as always. And hey guys, we'll see you on the next one, man. Enjoy the replay here from this wing replay, and let's check the other side and see what it looks like. Which one's the better view? That's a pretty nice view too, but we'll stick with this one here, guys, and we'll see you on the next one. Could be tomorrow. Hopefully it is tomorrow. You can see that gear coming out over here, which is pretty tight. Alright, y'all. Have a great rest of your morning. Great, successful rest of your week. And I'm your boy. I'll get up with you guys, man. Take care. God bless. Thank you, Aviation Geek, for hanging out. And thank you for saying great stream. Appreciate you.